Our team is introducing Solidity Copilot, which is a VS Code extension that is built on VS Code and is accessible to anyone who can download it in the VS Code marketplace. Now, Solidity Copilot is essentially an automatic smart contract auditor and a code refactorer that utilizes the advantages of OpenAI's GPT-4 model. We wanted to combine the advantages of OpenAI GPT-4's automation process to use that to streamline the process of Web3 development so that developers can automate the process of code review, error fixing, and essentially create a Web3D app that is very reliable and secure in a very efficient manner. So we have a couple of features that we would like to introduce, and the first one is smart contract auditing. Now, we have a window popped up with a smart contract, and if we click this button, Audit Smart Contract, it starts auditing the smart contract and identifies the security issues and refactors the code based on the issues found in one single click. Now, this is going to take a while because GPT-4's API key at the current moment is very slow. And this was one of the challenges that we were going through while testing our code. But if you leave it for a while, we will have the output that is going to be generated. Now we can see that on the left-hand side, there are some couple of issues that the GPT-4 model has found. And to address these issues, it has also made changes to the code and explains why these codes were implemented. We wanted to show a clear representation and visualization of how the code changed so that the developer doesn't have to go through the process of manually checking what the changes were or remove or manually check it for themselves. So the green part is the added part and the red part is how the code was removed. Now we can see that based on the issues that the model has found, it has also changed the code and uploaded a new code. And based on this, we have also streamlined the process so that the developer doesn't have to copy and paste all of this to make it the new code. We have also have a new window where the developer can just use this code as the new smart contract so that they don't have to copy and paste what was created. This is a helpful feature that saves the developer's time and effort in manually making the necessary changes. Now, another function that we have is generating test code and checking gas fees. In order to check the gas fees of a smart contract, we need to have a test code. At the current moment, we don't have a test code or a test file we can see in our repository. So what we want to do is first generate a test code. So if we do this and click generate test code, it will start generating a test code based on the Solidity smart contract that you have opened up. And again, this is going to take a while because it does use GPT-4's API key, which is very slow and we can't do anything about it at the current moment. So as you can see, a test code was generated based on the smart contract that we have here. And you can actually check that this has been created in the repository by checking here. So before, a test folder didn't exist, but by clicking that generate test code, we can see that a test folder was created and the new test code is inside the test folder as the testcode.js file. Now, based on this test code, we can now check the gas fees. And again, this utilizes the hard hat gas reporter. And you can see on the left-hand side, these issues come up. So even if you do have a test code file, you have to go through the config.js file to see what is missing. And we have all the steps that are necessary in order to make this work. So let's go back to the repository and see the hard hat config.js file. So here we want to uncomment the gas reporter. We want to enable this function. And what you also need is a API key for the coin market cap API key. So we have done this, and what we want to do is check again the gas fees. Yeah. So now for the mytoken.sol, which is a smart contract that creates a token, we have utilized the hard hat gas reporter to check the gas consumption fees, such as the methods of transfer, because we have the event transfer here, and the deployment gas fees as well. Now, we believe that this tool helps a lot of Web3 developers because it enhances the security and reliability of the smart contracts. And it is also a user-friendly experience because our tool simplifies the code refactoring process by automatically generating these changes and providing clear visualizations and comments within the familiar environment of VS Code. This also increases the accessibility and onboarding of developers onto Web3 because we reduce the barriers to entry, and developers can actually play around with our tool to see what kind of changes can be made so that the smart contract is made more efficient or more reliable. So our tool essentially overall empowers developers, regardless of their level of experience, to build secure and efficient dApps on Web3. So that was our demo of Solidity Copilot, and thank you for watching this video.